Before you watch this review, I will warn you, there is some spoilers. Not really plot related, but more weirdness related. You see, this is the kind of game that is so weird and full of what the hell moments that it's best to go in with as little information as possible. That way, you can enjoy and be entertained by the weirdness. If you are planning on playing the game yourself, I urge you not to watch any videos. All you need to know is that it's a point-and-click adventure game, it's weird as hell, and a ton of fun. For everyone else, on to the review. So, starting off, how the hell did Tingle, of all Zelda characters, get not one, not two, but 3 spin-off games? I mean, Princess Zelda hasn't even gotten her own game to herself yet. And no, those crappy CDI games don't count. Tingle is one of the more unique Zelda side characters. He started out in Majora's Mask as a map maker and quickly became one of the most memorable / infamous characters in the game. This is due to his short height, tight clothing, odd face, high-pitched voice, claiming to be a fairy. Look, it's a long list. The guy's just really freaking weird. Now, while most people in the West thought he was creepy, people in Japan loved him. This led to him repeatedly popping up in various Zelda games, and eventually getting his own spin-off series on the Nintendo DS. Today, we will be talking about the third game, Ripened Tingles Balloon Trip of Love. Yes, that's what it's actually called, and yes, this is going to be a weird one, folks. Balloon Trip of Love was released in Japan on August 2009 for the Nintendo DS. It was developed by a Japanese company called Fanpool, who mainly make games for Nintendo systems. Their past works include Dylan's Rolling Western, Little King Story, and the previous Tingle games, Freshly Picked Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land, and Tingle's Balloon Fight. The game begins with our 35-year-old, jobless, and of course, single, hero sitting at home watching TV, when a commercial for a romance novel gets his attention. When the book arrives at his home, it sucks him into a world that is loosely based off of The Wizard of Oz. At this point, you're given Tingle's iconic green and red tights, and the quest of traveling to the Emerald City for the goal of dancing with the princess. Trust me, it gets weirder from here. The game plays like an old-school point-and-click adventure game. Like those games, you explore plenty of interesting locations, talk with wacky characters, collect key items, solve puzzles, and complete quests needed to advance to the next chapter. The game also throws in a number of different playstyles and minigames to add some variety. This includes hitting enemies with slingshots, going through a 3D maze, having a section that plays like an old-school RPG, as well as answering random trivia questions while being distracted by dancing chipmunks in bikinis. Hey, I warned you guys, this game is weird. An adventure game is nothing without its interesting NPCs, and this game does not disappoint. Every chapter you visit will be filled with an assortment of wacky and entertaining characters to interact with. The dialogue and events are very well written, and make me laugh or caught me off guard several times. Like the story this is, once again, loosely based off of, you don't travel alone in your adventures. Eventually, you'll assemble a party to ease on down the road with you. 5 points to anyone who gets that reference. The first of your party members is the little straw boy, Kakashi, who plays the role of Scarecrow. He is not the smartest and wishes for a brain. His special abilities involve crawling through small holes, tickling things with a strand of straw, and just being happy and adorable all the freaking time. I mean, just look at that smile. He's always smiling and happy and upbeat, and oh my god, I just want to buy like 20 big squishy amiibo of this guy and hug them and have tea parties with them in, nachos, cars, football, crap, what else is manly? Mustaches. Yeah, there we go. Way more manly. Yes, moving on. Next up, we have Bariki, a high-tech fembot who plays the role of the Tin Man, or, in this case, Tin Woman. Besides looking like a robot from the 1950s, she can analyze things to give you descriptions and clues to solving puzzles. But most of the time it's random, useless information, similar to the mind-reading ability in Golden Sun or the scan ability in Metroid Prime. Which, of course, means, just like in those games, I scan the crap out of everything. She also has hands down one of the greatest powers in any video game ever. Kicking things. And lastly, there was Lion. Yes, his name is just Lion. I'm not sure why the other two got actual names, but meh, makes it a little easier on me. I'm pretty sure I butchered those last two names anyhow. Being the lion of the group, he is of course a big coward, but he is also your strong man. He's able to lift heavy objects and take out most foes you come across with a single hit. He also has the ability to talk to animals. This allows you to get information or items from them. He quickly became my second favorite team member due to his funny dialogue and growth as a character. But no one is better than Kakashi. Seriously, Nintendo, Straw Boy Amiibo, now, take my money. Now, the game is called Balloon Trip of Love, which brings me to one of the main mechanics of the game, the love push. You see, Tingle is... how do I put this nicely? It looks like someone beat him in the head with a baseball bat, put his head into a blender, and set it for fugly. Due to this, most females immediately think he's some kind of pervert, hate, fear, and don't trust him. This makes it difficult to progress in the game. Eventually, you meet a Cupid-like character by the name of Lovia. He teaches Tingle how to win the love and trust of women by treating them with respect, listening to them, and sharing your feelings. I'm joking, no. You win girls over by bribing them with expensive crap. That's right. For a few rupees, Lovia will actually sell you a variety of items you can give to girls as gifts. Each item fits into a category from hobby, decoration, food, etc. And just like real life, each girl has different tastes. You basically give her a gift, see how she responds, and using that info, try and find a gift that matches what she likes. Doing so enough times will eventually make the girl warm up to you, allowing you to talk with her and advance your quest. Along with the regular girls, you can love push 5 special ones that can become Tingle's love interest, or waifu, as the kids call it nowadays. To win their hearts takes more effort. You must complete certain quests for them and present them with the most expensive and rare items. But eventually, you can win them over and experience some truly beautiful moments with them. Around the same time, you also gain the ability to travel backwards to previously completed chapters. This is extremely important as there are some puzzles and side quests that can only be done by going back in time and collecting a certain item or convincing someone to do an action that will affect a later chapter. The game has very few bosses, but the ones they do have are a lot of fun to beat. They act more like a giant puzzle, as you need to figure out which character's skills will work with each phase of the battle. The graphics are bright and colorful, and look very good for a DS game. The character sprites are well animated, and I love the detail on Tingle's face. The music is great, and it's just as wacky and varied as the rest of the game. The only real negative was the game's reliance on using the touchscreen for nearly every action. Everything from looking through your inventory, talking to people, to exploring the environment is done using the DS's lower touchscreen. Eventually, I got used to it, but there were times I wished I could just use the buttons to look for an item I needed. The original version that I played also had a game-breaking bug near the end of it. After a little searching, I was able to find a new version that fixed the issue, so make sure you have the most up-to-date version. I truly went into this game thinking I was going to hate it, mainly because it starred Tingle. Instead, the game slowly made me like the little weirdo. I still think he's creepy at points, but I think I could at least tolerate him being playable in Smash Bros. Now. Ripened Tingles Balloon Trip of Love turned out to be another great game that Western gamers missed out on. It had bright, colorful graphics, good music, funny and memorable characters, and a good 30+ hours worth of content. It's a shame we missed this out in the West, but now there is a fan translation available online. If you're a fan of point-and-click adventure games, or just a fan of Tingle, then you definitely want to check this one out. This has been Megablade J. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next mission. Bye.